What's going on, guys? Here we are back with another one. I'm Todd from Like Minded Lunatics, and this is another edition of what we call Drink, Play, Swear. That's all we do here. We just kick back, we play a game, usually a classic one, have a beverage, and maybe tell a story or two. So glad you're with us. If you're new to Like Minded Lunatics, please hit that subscribe button, like the stuff you like, and show us that you like it. Comment every once in a while. Keep it positive, or we'll just throw it in the garbage. So anyway, we're glad you're here. Lots of good stuff on the channel. Always, of course, my favorite is Mark's Friday night videos. Those coming up. He does such a great job with those. I'll always enjoy those. And right now, we've got the re-release of The Adventures of Hero Man coming out, and that's the radio drama slash comedy that Mark and I put together a few years ago. We're re-releasing that in the YouTube format for free. And then on the off weeks where we don't give you a new episode, we're doing brand new interviews with the cast and the creators of that series. It was a special experience for us. We're hoping to do more in the future, but for now, experience those in the new format. Okay, so let's get to the game, because I know that's what you want to do. Today, what are we going to play? What are we going to play? We're going to play a 90s arcade beat-em-up classic, Final Fight. Love this game. Love it. And we're going to pair it. Around here, I don't know if you're new to this area, but around here we pair it with a drink. And when I think of crime syndicates, and I think of them sitting around in some kind of like a New York warehouse downtown, planning robberies and such, they're always, drinking whiskey. So we got a whiskey here today. Today it's a Jim Beam, so we're going to go with that one. Glad you're with us here. And grab yourself something. Hey, if you want to, a cold artisanal soda, please go get a cold artisanal soda. I like the orange one. I do like the orange one. Real cane sugar. So here we are. We're going to play a little Final Fight. And don't you have to go with Hagar? What a name. I didn't think about the possibility of naming a child Hagar. But it's great. A lot of people give these games a hard time, the beat 'em ups, that they're like the same thing over and over. Well, I don't know what they're talking about. I love them. Can you imagine? You are Hagar, the mayor of this town, going to fight the crime syndicates yourself. Our mayor of San Antonio, Mayor Ron Nuremberg, he's a strong guy. He's a fit individual. I can see him out there fighting syndicates. Although he seems a peaceful man. He maybe would choose the higher road, not Hagar in the 90s. Hagar is getting his hands dirty, literally, not figuratively. Today I thought I would tell you a fun story about a period of my life when I was living in New York with my wife. She was my fiance then, and I worked at this great little bookstore downtown New York called Books of Wonder. This great independent children's bookstore. It's still operating today. It was in Chelsea at the time. I think they've since moved. And of course, during COVID, who knows what everyone's doing? What? These guys are destroying me. But today I want to tell you the story about the time I lost Susan Sarandon's purse. This is an absolutely true story. I lost Susan Sarandon's purse. For those of you who need a refresher on Susan Sarandon, first of all, shame on you. Shame on you. She is Janet from Rocky Horror Picture Show, but in so many other great movies as well. Bull Durham and Thelma and Louise, just to name a couple, but she's amazing, and it was amazing, to meet her. At this bookstore I worked in, you did meet famous people every once in a while. You're downtown New York, and they'd come in because it was a cool shop. Look at this coward. He's bringing out his buddies. To buy stuff. And At the time, Barnes & Noble was the big giant. Amazon existed, but people were still actually going to physical bookstores. And at that moment, I think Barnes & Noble was kind of more the villain. And, for folks who were trying to shop local, Books of Wonder was just a great spot. So you got famous people in there. And, it's weird if you were just some dude from Texas living in New York and not accustomed to seeing famous people every day. And so they had a, look at that. I roasted that guy. I was half paying attention. I'm not going to brag. No, that's clearly bragging. But for some kid from San Antonio who's not used to seeing famous people every day, it's a big deal. So they actually had a store policy about how to handle famous folks. Don't ask for autographs, drooling, and some famous people would come in and it wouldn't affect you. You'd get sort of used to it. But then every once in a while, there'd be someone who'd come in. And you really got starstruck. I mean, that's a perfect descriptor for that condition. Can't think, can't speak. And one morning, as I was operating the register, Susan Sarandon comes in by herself to look around and shop. I want to say it's 10, 11 in the morning. And she's on her own. She walks around the art gallery there. And we had some beautiful original pieces of art on consignment from the artists. We had some Charles Schultz peanut stuff and just dozens and dozens of really great pieces of artwork. And gosh, they're perfect for, gifts and everything. I'm getting parched. They're perfect for gifts and everything. So she comes in there and she walks straight to the back, and I'm the only one in the store, and I'm at the register. And there's a policy at the store to not leave the register if you're the only one there. Which makes sense. So I'm not going back there and talking to her. I'm just hanging out the register and like trying to sort of mentally prepare myself for the encounter. Be cool, dude. It's not Janet Weiss. It's not Janet Weiss. Right? Trying to tell myself. So she comes up to the counter and she bought a bunch of stuff, like really nice pieces, and I put them all together for her. I'm making up a number, but I want to say it was like 11 pieces of artwork. Because the number 12 is sticking out in my mind as the amount of items she wanted me to have delivered to her home. The reason why that number is one more than the items is because I am getting smoked by these dudes. I feel like Hagar should be like, guys, I beat the boss in the slum like very easily earlier, so you guys should be a little more nervous. Take it easy. Anyway, she asks me, the 12th item, I have a hard time with that word, is her purse. She says, you know what, I'm going to be on my feet all day. I don't want to carry this around. Could you have this delivered with the rest? 11, again, I might be wrong on the number, 11 framed pieces of artwork and her purse. No problem. She leaves. I'm polite. I think I handle it pretty well. I'm trying to be cool. Trying to be cool as a cucumber. And she leaves. And I do exactly what we would do in any other situation with a customer, okay? I call the messenger service. I tell them who I am, where I am, and where the items are, how many items there are. They give me like a reservation number, or I'm not sure what the terminology was, but some kind of number for me to mark in my records, and how many items there are. Get off the phone, totally normal. And then I take all of the items, I open up a large sliding cabinet that we had just for this purpose, put the items in there, and then I place the paper ticket on top of that cabinet. Because when you're working retail and you're moving back and forth, different people are going to be at that desk at different times. And so you got to have a system so anybody who's standing there at the given moment when the messenger shows up is ready to roll and knows what's happening. Especially if there's a bunch of people in line, right? You work retail, you know what I'm talking about. So I finish up the ticket, I put everything away like normal, and I go to lunch. This is my lunchtime. The next dude comes in, I'm off to get a slice. I'm off to get a slice of pizza. I sure hope Pizza Paradise on 18th Street still exists. That was a good slice. That was a good slice of pizza. 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. Great slice of pizza. So I would sit there and eat, and a full hour lunch, And then I come back. I come back from lunch, and just as I'm walking past the entryway, I take a glance. The paper ticket is gone, as it should be. The messenger service always says that they will be there within the hour. I've been gone an hour. I look, ticket's gone. Great. So I go about my normal business and helping customers and doing work and everything. And I'm with a customer at this moment, about 4 hours later, in the afternoon. And one of my coworkers comes up and says, "Todd, you have a call." And I said, well, I'm with a customer right now. Maybe take a message. And she goes, "No, it's Susan Sarandon." And I look up at the customer, and the customer goes, "Take the call." So I go pick up the phone, and what was amazing was it was actually Susan Sarandon. It was not, one of her handlers or one of her people. She was very polite. She says, "Todd, I was in earlier today." I said, "Yes, of course, Susan Sarandon. I remember you." I called her by her full name the entire time. She says, "I was in earlier and I bought these items and my purse and I had them delivered. Where are they?" And I said, "Well, hang on a second." And I run and just look in the cabinet. Everything's gone, like it's supposed to be. So I said, "Can I please have your number? I'm going to research this. I'm going to figure it out. We will take care of this." She says, "Well, for obvious reasons, I can't really give you my personal number. Why don't I call you back in an hour?" And I have to reemphasize that she was so kind and so polite. I was almost amazed. And it wasn't like a forced, terse politeness. I felt like it was genuine. So I freak out. I call the messenger service, and I get the best news possible, which is they did, in fact, pick it up. They say on their end everything was normal, and they had a signature. They had a signature at the address from someone, and it was delivered. So obviously, if she doesn't have her stuff, that's awful, and I want her to have her stuff, but I felt like I had dodged a bullet because it didn't seem to be my fault, right? I mean, I'm involved. I'm involved in this thing. So I hold on to that information, and I try to go back to a normal semblance of going through the day and selling copies of Where the Wild Things Are. And then I get another call, and she's called me back. Susan Sarandon calls back. And again, it's her, not a handler, which I was surprised about. And she says, "Todd, I want you to know there was a big mix-up, and my doorman accepted the package, and he put it in a large closet in the lobby. Big building with a doorman. Put it in a closet in the back and just forgot about it. So I apologize." And that was the craziest thing, is that she apologized. She apologized to me, and I almost had a heart attack because I thought I had lost Susan Sarandon's purse. I kind of did, but all was well. It was found, and she got her purse back, and I got a really fun story about the time I met Janet Weiss, and she apologized to me. Okay, very, very kind. And I just got to say, I won't name names because who wants to go through that garbage? But in that job, I met a lot of famous people, and many of them not so nice, and they don't want to deal with some 20-something MFA student, assistant manager of a bookstore, and they just treat you as such. And she was super cool, and it made me love Rocky Horror Picture Show even more, and of course, and her other work. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm mid-level, but as you can see, I'm getting wasted. Hagar's on a mission to end crime, and he failed. So at least if I'm in control of him, he's not going to get reelected. Thanks for joining us today. Please, again, as we always say, I want you to be a like-minded lunatic with us. Subscribe and be a part of it. We're a growing group of like-minded weirdos, and we're happy that you're with us. We'll see you next time. And as of now, gosh, look, I didn't even finish this. What an embarrassment. That's all we got. Thanks for being with us. See you next time.